Look, double-edged sword, got double-edged horse. They'll love you, then they'll hate you. What the fuck for? Baby, stand down. Look, baby, stand down. Before I'm forced to pull out.
Yo. What's going on, guys? This is episode 11 of Rage Radio, a platform for up-and-coming artists to have their voices heard and their content appreciated. I'm D-Rage. I'm here with my co-host.
What's going on? I go by the name Wonder. I'm also a music producer from Bay City, Michigan. Thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, we appreciate your support. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss out on the exciting content coming for you guys.
Yeah, so if you're a returning listener, we obviously can't thank you guys enough for getting us to actually episode 11 now.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate the continued support. Links to our social media will be in the description below. Go check us out and give us a share.
Yeah, leave us a comment, too, if you guys want to see anything new, any specific artists on the show, or any new directions you really want to see the show going.
Yes, most definitely. Your feedback will help us be able to produce the best content we can, produce to you guys. And we also got a live performance here tonight, so we're going to be really excited about that. You guys can look forward to that if you guys stick around to the end.
A lot of good shit. Yeah, so obviously we have a guest with us today that can't keep themselves together.
We got multiple guests.
We have Forrest.
Super sorry.
We have Forrest Green with us today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves by name.
I'm Tope. I play bass.
I'm Nathan. I play drums.
My name's Mark. I play guitar and sing.
And Chris, I play guitar.
Yeah, so this is a big interview for us.
It really
this is actually
is.
our biggest interview we've
And
had
we
yet.
got a new table.
Yeah,
for
the new news channel table. We also do weather now.
We got our anchorman here with us.
Yeah, for Rage Radio anchorman. So I guess we should just jump into it. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
So let's start with how did Forrest Green really get started? How did you guys really become a band and get to this point?
Do you want to tell the story?
Well, if you tell it, I'll be mad. So I'm gonna tell it. So I was like a sophomore, and I started off playing drums. Nathan would say otherwise, but I was a fabulous drummer. And I started writing songs, and Nathan played drums. We were in marching band together. He was a senior when I was a sophomore. No, that's actually way wrong.
Yeah, you were in 8th grade, and I was a senior.
Yeah, that's
really far apart.
Yeah, I actually forgot that. But anyway, so him and his friend Andrew always jammed, and I had some songs, and they had like stuff in their basement I knew. So I was like, hey, let me come over and jam. So I played some riffs, and Nathan just laid some beats down for me, and kind of just grew from there.
Yeah.
Well, so he was like, hey, can I record some stuff at your guys' place? So I was like, yeah, whatever, man, we'll help you out.
Mm-hmm.
So he came over, and keep in mind, he's 5 years younger than me, so he's just some whatever kid. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And
Let's get some beats.
yeah, he's like, yeah. So we record his, his song or whatever we're doing. We're like, yeah, there you go, man. He goes home and he tweets. He's like, yeah, I'm in this new band. We're called Threads. We're gonna hit you soon.
Threads.
And we're like, whoa, where did that come from? He's like, yeah, Nathan and Andrew were in it. I was like, dude, I had no idea.
That's how you get it done. You just fucking send. You just do it. Yeah. See what happened?
Full
With a
send.
different name and
Just
different people.
Yeah.
So did it start out with just you two then?
Yeah, it was just us
Essentially?
two originally.
So how'd
yeah.
you get the other two apart, basically?
They asked me to play for forever, and I was like, yeah. And then I just didn't. Or I didn't
You weren't cooperative,
And
weren't you?
like,
He was friends with my brother, but he wasn't tight with us because we're pretty younger than him too. We're all
40
best
or
friends
something.
now or whatever. But so yeah, well, maybe kind of, sort of. But we were like, dude, come on, play bass. We didn't know anybody. It was me and Nathan. We're new to the scene. We don't know people, So we're like, so you want a bass guitar? Why don't you try to play right notes in a show sometime? Yeah, I know. He was really bad at first. He would be like, yeah, I'll play and come and just fucking
I didn't learn the
farting
songs.
on bass, dude.
I
Sounded
didn't care.
terrible. He didn't care.
I didn't
But-
own a bass guitar either.
Oh well.
So you were playing live shows, not knowing how to be a band together.
Yeah,
play
we
the right notes
we
or
booked our
anything,
first show when it's just me and Nathan, so we were like, fuck,
So
we
you guys
gotta find
were you
people.
guys putting the band together basically before, as
Yeah.
you had the show already booked?
Yeah, we booked the
Yeah.
first show, and then we were like, oh my god.
So not only we didn't
Oh my
have,
god, we
yeah.
don't have any players.
Yeah, we didn't have anybody to play. Mark didn't own a guitar an amp. He didn't have any
I didn't have
instruments. So yeah,
Well,
so, I
luckily
don't know why.
Dude, it was a
did
bad
that.
idea. It
Yeah.
worked out though.
So
It was
how
really
how
cool.
long ago would you say that was?
About 2 years ago.
About 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
that was a while ago. Or
2.5
that he
years
came in,
ago.
or that we started stuff.
We started about 3 years ago, but
Yeah.
first show, you always start stuff, but then when it gets on the rails, then you
Exactly.
kind of restart or put your stamp on that as composed to us jamming.
Right.
So our first show was about 2 years
And
ago.
then I do
2.5.
gotta ask, because I'm kind of interested in this kind of stuff. How where did you guys start out? Like whose house, or where'd you guys jam at? Basically,
We jammed in his mom's basement.
really.
Yep, a
An old basement.
old wet basement. Yeah, kind
It
of.
leaked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was-
Wet.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, it would rain and our
Yeah.
stuff would get wet. and We'd have to move it,
Damn.
but
Did you
So-
ever break any? Like, did anything ever get ruined?
No.
I used his friend's shit without
Yeah.
telling him. I didn't have nothing. I was
my God.
broke
it
as
was
fuck.
like fine.
I just wanted to play guitar. I
Just
guess.
like my lungs. There was like black mold down there later, but my shit was okay.
Your
so
lungs
it's
are
fine.
fucked now.
Yeah,
I can't
whatever.
breathe right sometimes and have uncontrollable sneezing.
Yeah, I got
but-
nightmares. It's cool.
And then, Chris, you said you played the guitar too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, tell us how you got involved with the band. You know, really.
Why are you looking at him?
Mark kind of just like hit me up one day, I guess. Like just hit me up on Facebook and was like, "Hey, can you cover a few shows?" And I was working night shift at the time with like, and being in a different band, so I didn't have the time to. And then the next summer again, he hit me up and he was like, "We have like 4 shows coming up or something like that." He was like, "Nothing crazy." And I was on day shift and still in that band, but I had time,
Yep.
so I was like, "Yeah, I can do it." And then after a while, that band just kind of fell off and kind of hopped onto this one.
So,
Well, we were always like because we were always grinding, looking for people to play, because we were always like booking shows
Yep.
too. And I went through countless people trying to like teach them how to play guitar parts and stuff, like the parts written and stuff, and it was hell. And like everyone kind of had iffy gear, but Chris like learned it all like the first jam and like has sick gear, and so that's when like we kind of met up, and then we kind of like faded out. But then I was like, you know, it's like doing a job interview. I was like, this guy, he looks good. I think this was our best bet.
like
we
his resume.
we
Like
certainly-
circled it, put a star on it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
fucking stamped it, and then we were like, hey, Chris, you got the job. And he was like, I still don't know if I want to hang out with any of you. So
It's yours.
I was like, no, come on.
No, no, I
Like,
don't.
on top
I
of
actually
that, I
don't
was a
want
drummer
it.
beforehand, so like I was always drumming in every band I had been in,
Uh-huh.
but like I played guitar at like the same time. I
Did you-
learned drums and guitar at the same time. So
did you do that in school too, or did you just that was something you picked
yes,
up?
but only for like 3 years.
3 years. Did you
middle
you
school
guys
and,
all
like,
go to
first year high school.
schools around here? Or?
No, he goes to
I went to Pinconning.
Pinconning?
some school in buttfuck Egypt. We went to John Glenn.
We went to Glenn before apart, and he is like,
He didn't go to school.
I don't even
I
know.
was done with high school by the time you started preschool.
No, come on.
So basically, to backtrack just a little bit though, where was your first venue at that you had your first show?
Our first show was at Pop Skate Shop in Saginaw.
I don't even think I've heard of that.
It's
You know,
cool.
It's a cool
It's like
place.
local.
I'm not really too familiar with the Saginaw scene besides like the pub and Hamilton Street,
yeah.
but
It might have been the one and only show there, really.
Yeah, well, it was like through this venue called Counterculture we have in like
that-
Saginaw.
yeah, I'm familiar.
And they
they
had like
were
an
in
old
between
place.
venues.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it got like
Oh.
they couldn't do it because of noise, so that show got moved to like that skate shop. It's like they've had like a couple other shows. Like I've seen like a rap show there before.
you guys ever been at the pub?
Yeah,
Where we
yeah,
do
we
our-
played.
where they got-
yeah,
where
We
they
got some pub shows under our belt. Yeah, I have fun there. I like it.
I like
I
the
like
stage
They're late.
setup.
Yeah, they're late.
Their
but
sound
I
is
actually
really
like
it.
good. Juan's awesome.
Juan's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, people diss it, but dude, I think the sound's great. Friends come out and chill.
I like
I
how
think
it's-
it's a good vibe play. I think a lot of people like know about it by now. So it's kind of like if you get a show there, like people.
Dude,
know,
and like we
you
didn't
know.
have Troy back when we were playing the pub. We played pub a couple of times under
Right.
Troy, but Troy brought like Wheeler brought like fucking way more of a scene there
Yeah.
than what we. It was truly a bar show when we played. It was truly like when we played. It was truly us like playing to like moms being like, "Hey, I know it's like 1 a.m, but I'm gonna like scream really loud and be super obnoxious.
And
And
did
you won't like it.
Did you
You're
guys-
not gonna dig it.
You're not
That's just
gonna
how
like
that is.
Were you guys doing cover songs or did you guys compose original music?
just
No.
like original, pretty
Music.
much from like
That's
the
out-
outset. Yeah,
That's pretty dope. You
I
know?
think we threw in one cover, but
because we only had like 4 songs.
we only had
yeah.
4 songs, and they were like a pub show. Like you have to play a full hour. And we're like, well,
Yeah.
So we'll throw a
That
couple
ain't
covers.
happening.
check it out, dude. It's
So
not.
I think the most thing that I want to know, and that a lot of people want to know, is like where's Forest Green the name come from, and like the whole story behind that name, and why you guys stuck with that. And did everyone like that at first?
I mean, yeah, this is like
It's funny because me and my brother kind of had like an acoustic thing when we were kids, and that was called Forest Green. And
Oh.
Nathan said Forest Green, and I somehow thought I told him about that before, but he likes it because Friday the 13th, Crystal Lake is now called Forest Green. So
it's
I
like the 6th movie. They like he's like killed so many people there. They're like we gotta change the name, and they changed the name of like Camp Crystal Lake to Forest Green. And I was like, oh, that's like cool. That should be like the name.
And after like a year, like of me thinking like it's this sweet, deep like name, he was like, we fucking named it after Friday the 13th. I was like, what are you talking about?
Fuck
I was like, no, we didn't. He's like, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, what? So we've been on.
That's crazy. That's like, so it's not like a deep meaning really, as much as you thought it was.
No, yeah, fuck it.
Like,
movie.
It's just
pop
like
culture.
a movie that like you never would have caught without it being in there. So, I mean, you guys have done some touring, right? As well as, where's some places that you guys have hit that you are really familiar with and like returning to play shows?
Chicago I like to return to because and we've been to like New York and Virginia, as far like deep down as Virginia and like over east in New York and New Jersey we've been to and stuff like that. But like I would say as far as having people be stoked we're there, farthest out of Michigan is Chicago. And that's like pretty sweet that, you know, people not in Saginaw enjoy you, let alone Chicago. So I always like to try to go to Chicago.
I thought Richmond was pretty tight. I thought Richmond, everybody was pretty pumped to be there.
How did you guys get a little following in Chicago? Was it someone you knew, or was it just people just genuinely like hearing your music?
I don't fucking know. I really don't. Yeah, I mean, like when you get in the scene and stuff like that, and you vibe with like people, dude, it's like a full. Then they go back to Chicago, and then they have friends that listen, and then Spotify helps a lot. Or the fact, like, you know, that you can listen to music anywhere on your phone or whatever.
Exactly.
So
and you don't know who's viewing it too, which is another thing. So you don't even know where the demand might be unless you have the analytics and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But you don't know where they're listening to your music at exactly.
Right.
You know?
Well, we've seen that with the show too. Like people hitting us up to be that they've seen the show, like you watching the show, and everybody like it's super weird how people kind of just like gravitate towards like what you're doing and maybe not even knowing that they're gravitating towards it. But talking about support, what's the support like from Excellency? They really push you as a band a lot.
Yeah, they back us pretty hard.
They're great. They're such a team, like, because they're building themselves. You know what I'm saying? As like a what do you call that? Like
Promoters.
Promoters. Okay, I didn't know there's like a better word. Dude, they're fucking tight. They're all nice. We all want the same thing. We all want to have fun and like build a music community. And like I think they always come to shows. They always show support. They always sing along, and I like try my best to thank them so much every time. Thank you guys. What camera do I look at? Excellency. Thank you so much. You guys are sweethearts.
It's like cool having kind of like something like that too, because they're like newer and they're trying like stuff. It's cool because like, you know, if like we're coming up, we have like them coming up too. It's not like just working with something established. So it's like
it's
I don't know. I like that.
It's straight
like
up squad.
Building each other.
Yeah.
It's squad stats. It's so fucking sick, and they're all it's always sweet to know you can play a show and you always got them there.
That's what I think I like the most about that is they're not just doing one genre or trying to target just kind of like one group of people. It's everybody that's getting involved, and like when you're talking about the community on there, like it's really seems like it's building a sense of community.
Yeah,
you know,
full 360 on the community.
180.
No. 360.
180.
No, like they're gotten every angle.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
I guess.
The scope.
Man, we don't know. We don't know.
So I really hope that it keeps, you know, building up like it is, because I mean at the end of the day, whether you make whatever your genre of music is, we're all trying to do the same thing. You know, we want to do what we love. You know, I really hope that we can provide that here at Rage Radio, at least, to be able to come and sit down and talk with groups like you guys. You know.
It's fun,
and just have fun and like not having a stick up your ass and just being exposed to other things, if that makes sense, you know.
I think that's what I like most about Excellencies, are kind of like creating a path for people to not have to be like super, like you were saying before, like off camera, like being super stuck up when you walk into an interview, rather than like how you're sitting right now, just slouched and like not caring more. So like I think that's kind of what they're paving.
Yeah, I want to be able to give you know the viewers that are watching us, you know, a sense of their, you know, how they are, as opposed to just what they hear from their music. You know, if there's some of their fan base coming here, just getting, you know, their personalities in check and seeing how they are. And that, I mean, that's basically what we're doing here right now. Us two, you know, with the four of them.
Yeah, what does it feel like to be like a? In my opinion, what I've heard of you guys is like you're the most popular band in the area. That's what everyone likes to say.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's like obviously it's like loaded to say that, obviously, but it's super flattering. We've definitely put our time in, and we've definitely put in some work. So it's nice to hear that. You know, I'm not gonna say that's obvious. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, obviously we are. No, that's what I'm saying is that's awesome to hear, because we do work hard and we do put our time in, but you know.
And you guys all work jobs too, aside from music.
Fuck yeah, dude.
See, and that's what I'm saying, man. Like, It's like the grind, like, and we all can respect that from each other. We all got, whether we're going to school, whether we're working and doing this, we're all still keeping our dreams alive. And I just, I can't really say.
Dude, you got like sucks. You have to do the 9 to 5 until you can
get yourself there, but you got to, and you can always look back at it, and it can be a humbling experience, I believe.
Yeah. So what is besides being like highly liked in the areas, have you guys had any experiences with like fans per se of like coming up to you and being like, I love your shit, like anything like fan experiences or anything?
They'll be like, oh yeah, fourth grader. I've like signed stuff before, which I'm like, this is like,
they're like, can you sign this? I was like, I might be able to. I don't know if I have a signature. I was like,
yeah, you're not gonna want me to
like
sign this.
Chris met his girlfriend like that, I think.
Yeah, it was June 4th. We played with Belmont and Hot Mulligan, and that dude came up and like asked us to sign like a CD and some other stuff.
Well, that's not your girlfriend.
No, I know. that's the time that it happened. But yes, I met her there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So
I'm like, whoa!
Wait a minute.
How many girlfriends do you have?
I'm elaborating on what happened that day with that situation.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's like besides the point that happened, but like, it's whatever.
So before
Next question.
Before we really cut to like, before we actually cut to like your performance in the middle of this, I think like what I've really liked and what I've heard from you guys is a lot of like the Dead is Dead album. Talk about like as far as like what was the idea of making that album and like where that came from and all the songs, like inspiration you got from and like where'd that come from to make that.
Well, okay. So,
yeah, you write the lyrics, man.
No, okay. So I had a cousin and her name was Cassidy, and when she was 10 she was diagnosed with cancer, and 11 she passed, and it was like a really long year. I don't obviously have to explain how
it's tough
that is for everyone's family and everyone involved and stuff. And Nathan's grandpa passed, and Nathan was super close with his grandpa. Soap's mom actually passed from alcoholism, or how would you?
Before that, but
No, well, it's all. So we all like. I feel like everybody in the band, we kind of have like some serious losses, and for me that obviously is how I felt at the time, and I think can be more relatable than maybe writing songs about girls all the time and stuff like that, which is like what you hear a lot in the scene. So I wanted to focus on something that's like I think can kind of connect with all of us and stuff like that. I like putting about every ounce of emotion in lyrics that I possibly can, being raw, not being like super vague. So
I think your voice sticks out a lot too on tracks.
Yeah.
Like when you talk about emotion, like when I hear a song like "Sinking Stone" or something like that, like it's super emotional. You know what I mean? It's not just
for sure
more rock songs.
Yeah, because those are they're easier to write like that because you straight up like feel that. Then instead of being like, well, I should probably write a song about a breakup, but you kind of don't even care to write about that. I don't know. So
is it just you that do you write the lyrics, or does everyone kind of contribute?
No, I write the lyrics.
Write the lyrics.
Nathan more than once says sometimes, been like, hey, this is a cool line, and I'll actually either work it in there or piece it up or something like that. Like in this new album, he sent me a shot, and I appreciate it because sometimes it's hard to get the ball rolling. I'm sure you guys get that.
Yeah, all the time.
Just like creativity in general.
It's the hardest part is like starting a song, like the first thing you're gonna say. It's like, oh, dude, I don't know.
So so if you're like writing a song or whatever it is, the process of it, do you like have a jam sesh first and then you come up with your lyrics, or do you already have things that you're thinking of already?
Yeah, well, sometimes I'll like, if I think of a cool line, I'll like jot it down, but we'll totally skeleton out songs, and then in the studio we'll skeleton out the songs. I'll get the bounces, and actually I'll like write lyrics about 3 days before recording them. And it's super fucked up, and it's like I'll like straight up stay up at night, like, dude, I gotta finish something. But dude, it's like it's kind of cool because I like it.
Under the gun.
Puts me under the gun, and it's like how I feel right there, right now, kind of too. Like nothing influences it, like at the same.
Yeah.
Am I an asshole? I don't know. Is that
and then he comes
like
in.
sense? I don't.
And then he comes in, and I gotta like proofread it to make sure he like used real words and all that stuff.
I'm really bad with it.
Yeah.
I'm
Is
so
that why
bad.
you corrected him on the 360 thing? Even
Yeah,
though he
kind
had
of.
a
It's like,
point?
Mark, stop. Like,
He keeps me in check. I fucking love this guy right here.
Yeah, so I think that was a good time to introduce this break for this acoustic set that these guys are gonna have. So
Most definitely.
yeah, after this set, we're gonna come back and we're gonna kind of talk about the new music coming out, where their recording processes, their favorite songs made, and excitement of a new project. So without further ado, here's Forest Green.
Whenever. This song's called "Feel at Home." in touch, I reach out your way, 'cause I'll get through to you someday. Work up the nerve, ask you to stay, but I keep choking on the words and I am too nervous to say. Empty words that try to help me cope, 'cause you'd say anything to give me hope, but you can't and you won't. Happy thoughts, I can't think things through. I'm not sure what I should say to you. If you're dead, then I'm dead too. Do you feel alone? Do these pictures on the wall make you feel at home? This distance can't be split with a telephone. These bloodshot eyes make it hard to see, but through the midst of it all, you're still beautiful to me. I know that you need me too. I know that you just wanna talk, and I've been ignoring you. 'Cause I never could get quite through to you. I'll get through to you someday. I'll get through to you someday. I'll get through to you someday. I'll get through. Sending it? All right. Let's send it. This song is called My Sinking Stone, written and performed by me. I'll be here if you need me back home, like a planted seed waiting to grow. I'll hold on to you like a leaf holds on to a tree before it falls with the snow. Breathe and begin to get hard, lost from pushing things too far. And now I know where you need to be is exactly where you are. 'Cause you are the ache in my head, the reason to wish I was dead. But I hold on to you, you're my sinking stone. So I'll never leave you alone. So take all that you need from me, pull me apart at the seams. reach out to you so you can grab hold. So I'll never leave you alone. Knees weak, tongue sore. You gave me everything you had, but I still wanted more. I keep imagining worse things. Break me down and meet me in between. 'Cause you are the ache in my head. The reasons I wish I was dead, but I hold on to you. You're my sinking stone. I'll never leave you alone. To take all that you need from me and pull me apart at the seams. I'll reach out to you so you can grab hold. 'Cause I'll never leave you alone. It has been sent.
Welcome back to the Rage Radio. Hope you guys enjoyed the live show. That was something to the ears, man.
No,
I
didn't really like it, to be honest. It wasn't that good.
I didn't like it either.
It wasn't that great.
Every segment.
No, in
Oh
all
my God.
seriousness, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's gonna be great. You know, we're gonna get some more viewers for that. Definitely.
I think they'll start leaving, to be honest. I think we'll unsubscribe after that. After
We don't even have-
show is
We don't have that many.
yeah, so, alright, so we were talking about your newest album. We talked about a little bit in the second part. Let's talk about Sinking Stone a little bit, the recording process for that, how that come about.
Well, we were in between EPs because we wrote Dead is Dead, and then about a year later, because life happened, like, writing process for us is pretty slow. I don't know how people just bust out
Yeah, we
songs.
fight all the time, so
Yeah, we're too
it
busy
takes a while.
patching up our relationship to write songs. But we were like, okay, we've been sitting on this one for a while. Let's bust this out as just a single, just to give somebody something, just in case someone wanted to hear a new song. So we busted that out, all while we were playing our new EP, so we could kind of have people chew on something, even though that it's already taken way longer.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's taken
So-
like such a long time to do this new stuff. I don't know why.
Well, I remember being on Twitter and seeing like a really nice shot video of you guys like recording a new. Was that the new content coming out that you guys? It was maybe
like a studio updating
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
That was like for Dead is Dead.
Okay, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I
we
can
were
remember-
babies.
Yeah. Babies.
I was
were
still
kids.
like 40.
I was like 40. I gotta ask really quick though, because you had touched on like the writing process is slower, and you know, obviously art does take its time and its course. But who gets annoyed with who in the group when shit's like going slow or not?
We're like a bunch of girls, like so, like the three will start talking shit about like whatever one's left
that's
out
like-
at like any given point.
Because like I'm not gonna lie, I get pissed at my friends all the time when they're not doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I know you feel the same way about some
I
of
feel
the
you.
people that you work with.
Dude.
So-
Like it sucks hanging out with like Soap one-on-one and Mark one-on-one because I'll like hang out with Mark, be like, dude, fuck Soap. He like doesn't know shit.
He doesn't
And then,
know
like,
I do that.
And then like I'll go hang out with Soap and he'll be like, dude, fuck Mark. And then I'm like, man, like they're hanging out. What are they saying about me?
A lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And all three of us hang out and we're like, dude, Chris should fucking.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And Chris is like, I like everybody, and we're like, shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
fuck this guy. He's like, we should spread positive vibes. Like, Chris, dude, fucking stop.
Positive vibes. So like, is it when you guys get into like, if do you guys do paid sessions through studios, or is it kind of like a buddy that has a studio records you, or?
It's this guy named Nick Diener. He's like, we're like friends with him. He has like his own studio, like anybody can go, but yeah, like we're pretty tight with him, so that's like
Yeah.
what we like going to. He's like pretty cool with, you know, Mark kind of takes time like writing lyrics and, you know, doing whatever, so he's like cool about kind of like letting the whole process take a while, which is nice. Ooh, what'd you do?
Nothing.
Better not broke this table.
Yeah, they made this table when you're breaking it.
table. We
Bitch.
can't even
my
do the
God.
Weather Channel if we don't have a table.
Cut.
Our anchors are fired already on the first day.
Already.
Yeah, he's got like Wonder Studios in Saginaw, and like very professional studio, and he is our friend, and we live close. So it's like the perfect storm to where we can be super chill, take our time, compared to like a band that comes up from like fucking Detroit or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, true. Compared to like a band who comes up from Detroit and is like, we have to have our shit together because we paid this money for these many days and we got to bang this out. So
I think it's cooler. I think it's cooler like that. Like recording. Like when I record Friends, it's never like a rush scenario. It's kind of like just make whatever you want, and if we don't get anything done today, like it's cool. You know what I mean? Like I think is that kind of the vibe that you guys get from recording with him?
Yeah. I mean, he's got like other stuff going on. It's not like we go there and we're like, let's just screw around, like. But it is like a little more, I think, laid back. I don't know if he like wants to hear that. Like we're like, oh yeah, we're just laid back.
No, it's just laid back because like he, it's still his job. We still pay him money and we still do what we got to do in there. But we also like we'll go get something to eat with him, or like we'll let his dogs out. It's chill.
Do any of you guys have experience with like engineering or recording music?
Me and my buddy, like, we used to record stuff, like, a little bit, and it was just, like, horrible. And I was like, I don't, like, ever want to do this. This is a lot of work, and I don't like working. It is like, cut that out, like, pretty fast.
It's when you can just focus on doing what you want to do, like, whether it's having an engineer or a beat maker, and you're just doing that specific job, it's always way easier. You can just play your part and focus, and it all just comes out way better, so.
Oh, yeah. Like, the first time we got mixes back, it was like, we should have been doing this the whole time.
Exactly. Yeah, it's easier on yourself.
Way easier.
Oh, dude, it's so much more rewarding.
Yeah, they put in way more work than we do. Like, it's
incredible.
awesome.
Have you guys ever thought about like making your own, like recording your own stuff? Like now that you're kind of like an established band and like kind of have like songs out and stuff.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I said no. Sounds like no.
I can't. I gave it up to you guys. Being the whole engineer for yourselves, which I think is like super cool in most of the hip hop community. Like I used to go to Adam's house, or Tripp's house all the time.
Yeah.
And I would like fuck around and like make beats on his thing because we was young. He was way better at it than I am because that dude knows what the fuck to do.
He lives in LA now. He's doing his thing.
Dude, he's like a fucking wizard on that. And I'm just like, hey man, I want something that sounds like this. Get the pull it up, and he's fucking downloading files and shit. Yeah, so it's
I remember coming over to his house when he stayed on East Ohio. And it was like, you must have been there like a couple days before, and he was like, yeah, Mark made this beat. And it wasn't bad. Like, you weren't that terrible.
No, it's not bad when you get like your sounds and, you can lay it out. Band class helps a lot. You can know how to like map music out, and I feel like it's kind of the same. And I'm ignorant to it all because I don't do it, but I felt like it was kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It was as mediocre as it could get, so.
Yeah. So
I guess with that being said though, like what's the favorite song that you guys have of yours? Like as a group, maybe. Can you guys all agree
it's all different, I think.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I think my favorite one to play is Hold My Breath, just because it's got like the most interesting guitar part in my opinion. That one and My Sinking Stone's pretty tight.
Yeah, My Sinking Stone.
Oh, we have a song called Everything. It's like the last track on Dead is Dead. It's really slow and takes a long time to get going, and no one I think really likes that one that much. So of course that's like my favorite one that we have.
Those seem to be like the better ones, the ones that take it a long time to unfold, really.
Yeah, I just like it. It kind of just builds, up till the end. I just think it sounds like really cool. I'm really proud of that song.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
It's not one you like slap on your playlist, but if you ever listen to our discography and you make it to that one, it's kind of like a treat.
Yeah.
It's
like a little reward.
Yeah.
Do you guys get a lot of excitement with playing with each other on stage? Is it like you guys kind of like correspond with each other, like know when to play, when to not do things, or is it kind of just like a free-for-all on stage playing?
I don't know. I fucking love it. I love playing on stage, and I love sounding big with my homies, but, sometimes we'll mess up, and...
Sometimes you go ham and
or smashes.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be swinging I swing my guitar around a lot.
Or unplugs his pedals.
And these guys are definitely at the mercy of, like, the stock of my fucking guitar, like, going in his... I straight up hit Chris in the face one time. It was fucked.
Was it playing a show somewhere?
Yeah.
That probably pissed him off.
Well, because sometimes the stages are small, but it's like, dude.
He's like smack my guitar and shit, like just like swinging around, and I'm like, God damn it, Mark.
So you guys like, how much do you rehearse before a show? Is it kind of like
not as much as we should?
Not as much as we should.
It like depends really. You can like definitely like over rehearse too, because there have been shows where we've like practiced a whole bunch and it's just like I don't know what it is. Yeah, and we'll get there and it's not like our favorite show. And then there's some where it's like
we practice.
we had no time to practice, and we like get there, and it's like, oh wow, okay, like you know.
But we don't want to like
Yeah.
take that for granted either and be like, well, maybe we should just like never practice ever, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
just show up
but
to
in like
shows.
our defense, we've been playing the same because, like I said, our writing process is slow, so we've been playing the same like 5-6 songs on stage for a long time. So I feel like we're pretty solid on it right now.
Since like Excellency Festival last year.
Yeah, it's been about a full year of playing pretty close to the same things.
Do you guys have any favorite shows that you've played before that you remember being like memorable shows where you like walked off stage and you were like, that was tight?
Yeah. Go ahead, so what do you got?
That Max Bar show was pretty sick with Hal Mulligan.
Yeah, that was
That was a
cool,
good
yeah.
one. That was like, that was pretty
rad.
rowdy.
I like doing Excellency just because, like, but like, you know, we're all kind of from around Bay City, or at least I am. So like, our families and like friends that don't really like a lot of that stuff or like part of that scene can like come and see us, and I think that's cool. And it's like impressive looking. Like, there's always like that.
It's a super positive light.
Yeah.
Because every family member ever just thinks you play at bars. And so
Yeah.
it's sweet when they get to come and like you're playing high up on a festival with like tons of kids.
Right.
So yeah, I back an
Those
Excellency
ones are
show.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You guys are
probably
going
my
to be
favorite.
on the show coming up this
Yeah.
summer, right?
Yeah. And that should be
I hope a lot of
fucking
people come
sick.
out to that, you know.
I think it's going to be the biggest year yet.
'Cause,
Easily.
like I said, I feel you when you say like people think that you're playing at the bar or whatever, but like really you got sound crew and everything
Yeah, they don't get
behind
it, you know, but it's
It's like half and half. It's like either they think like you're playing at bars and it's like whatever, or they think you're like a rock star,
and should be
which is like cool and not cool at the same time. Like,
I
I've
just-
had to take off school and stuff to like, you know, go on a tour or whatever, and I'll tell like, you know, my teachers that, and they're like, oh wow, you're like famous, huh? And I'm like,
we're losing money, like we're starving.
yeah, we're like, yeah, it's so famous.
Do you guys
I can't afford ramen.
Do you guys
Yeah.
have to come out of pocket for the traveling expenses, or do you
Oh
have
my
like
fucking god, dude! Like I just started. We like to, you know, try to make it as organized as possible, so I don't. We
You
don't
can
bum
like definitely
anybody
travel
out.
smart, you
Yeah.
know, but
it
it is
helps
like
that there's 4 of you though to split the cost.
It
I will
does.
say.
It does a little bit, and Chris fucking our last tour we like fucking blew a tire and had to get towed, and the insurance was getting all fucked up, and luckily Chris has a fucking
real job
adult
and
job
money.
and like gets pretty good money that he
It's an
earns.
adult job.
Dude, so I was like, Chris, man, come here for a second.
So
And
that's
then I
are you the
beat
dad
the shit
of the
out of him
band?
and stole money.
I mean, like, I
The
guess, like,
responsible
financially,
one.
sure, but, like, outside of that, no. Like, I fall asleep in the van. I got in a wreck once.
Oh, you almost
yeah.
not the dad.
Ooh.
Dads don't try to kill their kids. Yeah, he fucking ran a stop sign for some reason.
You didn't run the stop sign.
I
you
stopped, and then
You
I
just
thought it was a
kept
4-way.
going and
Yeah.
He stopped and like saw this car coming.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
He stopped and saw this car coming, and he's like,
I swore
"Man,
he
they'll
tapped his
stop.
brakes,
Fuck
and I
them."
was like, I was like, oh yeah, this is a 4-way. Let me just go. And I was like, nah, no.
I remember,
definitely
like-
not a 4-way.
I remember when I was working thirds for a minute, for a couple months, and you know, like when you get out of thirds, it's like the red lights are still blinking or whatever. So like for like a month, I would be driving around in the daytime thinking that they're blinking red, and just look left, right, and go, and then it would just dawn on me like I just ran the fuck out of that red light.
Straight up.
Like, multiple times. I'm like, oops, I'm getting home quicker though.
Dude, well, yeah, straight up, and we'll be on tour, and it'll like be dark, and I'll be driving, and I'll start like fucking seeing shit in the road, and I'm like, dude, Soap, wake up, man, you gotta drive, dude. I'm
You're better
fucking-
now. You used
Yeah.
to fall asleep 10 minutes into a drive. He's
no.
like, dude, I'm seeing shit. I'm like, dude, I'm driving 10 minutes. He's like, dude, I got full
So basically, you don't like to drive.
I like it more now. Yeah, I changed.
Now he's like kind of terrible to go on tour with because he's like
No.
he drives for like 10 minutes. He's like, dude, I gotta like take a nap, and then he's like, I can't sit in the back. I get nauseous in the back, so he can't like do
Oh my God,
anything.
the diva.
Dude, it's
So,
bad.
yeah, 'cause
I
I would-
beasted out an 8-hour long drive
Dude.
on our last tour.
You did.
He
No
is
one
a
fucking
diva.
In the
appreciated
middle
that.
of like a snowstorm
Yeah, it was
too.
tight. I had my homies with me, dude. I was like,
I fell asleep.
I know,
Yeah.
you piece of
And he
shit.
was asleep too. You were by yourself.
I just like sleep the whole time, pretty much. I
Chris
like-
Pound's energy drinks and like that puts him to sleep. Red Bulls.
How?
I don't, dude.
Are you
He's
not
It's like the
Fuck,
caffeine
fucking
just like
weird.
doesn't affect me, and then cars put me to sleep on top of it. So it's just like
It's not a good combo.
Dude, he's gonna-
Especially
when I'm
during
driving,
touring.
it's
He's gonna
different. But
die.
like if
Yeah,
I'm a
you're gonna
passenger, I'm out.
What was the feeling of being on a first tour, like being asked to go on a tour, or just touring in general?
Yeah, because like I've never been on tour, so
Right.
I want to know. Like,
It's like great that me personally, and you guys can say what you think, but I think it's so sick that every day your main goal is to get to the next place to play a show that night. Like, you can look forward to that every day, unless like your fucking shit breaks down and stuff. Which
Then
is
it's a
so,
super bummer.
Yeah, it's like way easier to expect that though. Like, we went in our van like, dude, we can't be bummed out when this breaks. It will break. It was like what we kept telling ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That made it kind of easier.
Yeah.
Well,
That's one of my favorite parts. I feel. This is gonna sound pretentious. You feel important or something, you know, like you matter. Like it's all kind of coming full circle.
I mean, you can't really let it bring you down. Our last tour, our first day, we were misfiring, and like it just
I
like,
didn't-
went
I didn't
away.
think we
Yeah, I
could
was like,
get
great,
anywhere.
this is fucking great.
What was the biggest tour you guys have done lately?
Probably the last one you guys did.
Yeah, last one
Yeah, it was like-
the last one wasn't even self-book. It
It
was
was like 10 days.
yeah, it was through a booking agent. Oh, biggest, longest.
Yeah, like longest
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
biggest shows that were on the tour. Like,
like 10
Yeah.
days.
Well, it was 10 shows. We were gone for like
Wow.
14 days.
Oh, were we?
It
Jesus.
was tight. It was sweet. And that
I was
like,
in school, so I didn't
The
go.
actual
Yeah,
tour was
sucked.
like the
Nathan
first.
couldn't
or
go.
the
We
tenth,
hardly
but,
ever
like,
tour
we
as
just
a
took our
full
time.
band. It like never happens. Someone always can't go. Or
Yeah, I couldn't go the first one.
yeah, grind don't stop on trying to find people
Have
to
you
fucking
had
fill.
have you had the experience to do it all four of you at a time though, or had it
We've done like weekend runs and stuff, but never
Like
like, a
4
week
days
or
long.
more. Yeah.
nothing straight on?
Yeah, just like 4 days or 3 or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, pretty soon we can actually
hopefully
get
this
everyone
next
on the same
tour.
page.
Yep.
It's like hard. Everybody's got like a job or like you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I
he's-
feel
yeah.
you.
it's fine.
Soap doesn't have a job. Soap's always ready to go.
I got a set amount of vacation I can take every year, so that kind of sucks. Like if I have other shit going on, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
I've got tour, I'm like,
Yeah, Chris is gonna get kicked out soon, so next interview you won't be seeing him. Man.
next interview is just not Chris.
Yeah,
it's just
it's an empty seat.
it's all right.
it just says Chris.
Just doesn't even take the seat out. Just keep it empty.
This is a now hiring sign.
You guys, I think the toughest question that I think I'm probably gonna ask this whole interview is like, you guys ever have the fear of like not like getting to the point that you want to be? Like everyone has that fear of like
That's
being a
been my
musician.
whole life.
Yeah. Like being a musician, like I have that fear every day. I'm still young, but at the same time, like I still think about like, damn, like what if I'm like getting to my later years and like nothing's popping off? Like, do you guys have that fear as like a whole, or
For me, I can't speak for
I don't know.
everyone.
Dan's in his later years.
But for
Yeah. I've been in tons of bands. And
That's
But-
Soap's life. Soap never quits on music and projects.
I refuse to give
That's
up on
straight
it.
up. That is Soap's life. He's probably more head on about it than any of us because
I kinda
he would have gave
yeah.
up by now. You
Yeah,
know?
right, but-
Straight up.
Well, how do you
Keep playing with
feel?
younger and younger people, and they just
How do you
wanna
feel
keep
though
going.
about this group of guys that you're with as far as success?
It's
Yeah.
nice to be in a band with friends. It makes it easier. I've been in bands with just people who like aren't friends, and we just play music.
just to play,
music.
yeah, because you're good
So,
together.
Like, this is cool. So it doesn't feel like anything difficult or hard. It's just like this is just what we do, and it works.
I mean, I don't, like it's not like when I started a band or wanted to play in a band or whatever, I was like, I like want to make like a whole bunch of money or something. That wasn't really like the goal, I guess. It was just kind of like I want to like play with my friends and stuff, and all this other stuff, like kind of like people liking it, which is cool, but that's like all kind of like, I don't know if that's like cheesy to say, that's like all extra to me, I guess. Like I can't believe people like our stuff, so like already there, I'm like honestly.
So you're
good.
probably one of your toughest critics, aren't you?
Probably, yeah, but I just, that's all I do it for. Like, I don't, it's like when we're making songs, I'm not like thinking like, oh, will like people like this or like that. It's like, do I like this? Do I like that? And that's all I care
feel like
about.
that's how I am too.
Yeah.
But in
Nathan's the realist in the band, and that helps like bring me down because I'm always either super stoked on everything and like this, that, and and he's always like, man, you gotta bring it back down to the middle.
I don't know. You got that weird thing. Like after every show, you're like depressed a little bit.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
guess
man,
you
this
do.
sounds like
Throw it
shit.
out.
I definitely get bummed out playing show. It's a roller coaster. Cause here's like what I think is I would be, and I stopped being this way, but I was like kind of band dad. I was always trying to push these guys and like trying to fucking do shit every day, trying to take stuff to the next level every day, and I think it was kind of exhausting. It's not like they don't want to watch the band get big, but I think I was expecting so much in trying to like make it, and it was kind of ruining our relationship for a while. So I felt because we were always kind of fighting, but I chilled and I'm kind of riding the wave better, and like whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen, and I gotta stop trying to take so much control over something and just like chill and go the wave.
Like how we kind of talked about earlier in the interview when you were talking about your music, how it's been taking some time. that goes with this too. You know, you can't just rush anything.
Exactly.
If it's gonna come, it's gonna come.
Because I tried to rush songs and they sound
Exactly.
like fucking shit. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's just being rushed. You just gotta, you know, chill back in the passenger seat,
Dude,
make
straight up.
good content, and every move your best move.
Mm-hmm.
And just that's how I feel about it. I was kind of like you. I just wanted it now.
It's tough. Having patience in the music community is fucking almost impossible for
And
me.
people,
Super
I
tough.
feel like people that don't make music don't understand like this is art. It takes time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like
Or like even just like it's kind of like a sacrifice, you know.
Yeah,
It's not
it-
like you do it to, you know, make money. Like I always have people. It's like, well, how much did you make on this tour, like this show? And it's like,
You definitely lose.
dude, you like you
do
like
lose
fucking
money.
you like fish for fun. Like how much money did you like make
Going
fishing?
fishing.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like it's not really like why.
And then like
I
it's
guess I do
another
it.
thing is like when you start taking it serious too, like you have other friends too. You know what I'm saying? Well, I do that aren't necessarily in music, like, but you have business to do. You're trying to get better. So it's like there's things you got to miss out on. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that's how I feel.
Time is like the biggest part of music because you want to take your time and stuff takes time, but you feel like you're against time at the same time.
Time.
Follow me here.
No, I'm following,
Feel that?
I'm following you
Feel
100%.
that?
I'm following you 100%.
Because I'm like, dude, man, it's almost fucking, the year's almost over. We didn't do nothing. Like, we
exactly.
didn't fucking put anything out, you know, and it's crazy. But that's how time was rolling for us then, you know? So, dude, time's a double-edged
We
sword.
took like a decent break to
Even,
record
yeah.
this new EP.
I just feel like my last thing on this topic is I don't care if you're making music every day. This goes for me. I don't care whatever you're doing. I just feel like if you listen to a song a certain way, or if you're just looking at music a certain way, that's how I look at it as practicing as far as a beat maker or engineer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily always make music every day, but I want to at least listen to a song a different way or try to listen to
Right,
something
yeah.
different. You know, so that way I don't stress myself out.
Straight
how you're
up,
saying
yeah.
like I gotta make it and do it like this.
Dude, it's so mentally taxing.
And I think it's like the purest way to kind of like approach it too, because you're just doing it, you know, for you at that point.
Exactly.
You know, like you can like grind obviously and stuff, but like if you don't like it, and
Takes
it
the
doesn't
fun
make
out of
sense
it,
to
then
do.
it's like,
Yeah,
why are you
honestly,
doing
yeah.
Yeah,
Then it's just like a job or
I
whatever.
think the biggest thing I've noticed, like you were kind of saying, like with making music and like trying to like get to a certain point each year, like get to a better point than you were last year, like it's taxing to like feel like you didn't do enough or you're not doing enough. Like you could be doing, like me and him were doing the show, like doing hip hop shows, like making music, but like I always wake up like, damn, like I didn't do anything today. But you know what I mean? Like you always feel like there's something else you could be doing. I think that's probably the most
Oh, yeah.
taxing part.
Yeah.
and you can always be doing more, like no
Yeah.
matter what.
That's
So,
crazy.
you know.
And it's like facts
Yeah.
that you can be. That's where you're saying like it's true. Like it's not somewhere you can be like, no, I did enough. Like you're really like, I could have
done
more.
this, yeah,
Like,
or
I
could
really
have done that, yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the last thing I wanted to talk about was really like your music videos. I've seen music videos and they're shot well. It's not amateur. Like it seems like even like you said, you guys aren't that old of a band. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
for you guys to have good enough quality music videos being so young of a band, like how did that come about that you guys have that good a quality of music videos?
Well, same thing with like being friends with Excellency and being able to go. Luckily, we were friends with our friend Matt Kowalski, who's just a great videographer. So it was just kind of like another. Was that wrong? Videographer. Oh, can we fix that in post?
I was
Can we fix that in
I was
post?
letting it go.
I was letting it go too.
Fuck. Everyone knew but me.
Everyone knew.
But yeah, he did. You know, he does all our video stuff, and
He
that's like how it
holds the
turns it
camera
good.
well.
Yeah.
Holds the
He knows what
camera
he's
well.
doing, so we just go with it.
Yeah.
Is it like
Quality's tight.
is it
So-
all like one shots? Shut up, one. Is it all
Shut
like
up.
one shot stuff, or is there like a big crew that helps you with
It's
it?
just
or-
him,
It's
and
just
he has
him
a camera
doing the same thing 10,000 times.
in the cold.
It's fun though, yeah.
It is fun. It's art. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're doing
in
something
itself.
you love, so it's like how can you really be mad?
It's
at
weird. It's weird to like pretend to play your song.
Yeah, we would like mouth sing and stuff.
Yeah.
and, like,
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's-
Try
that-
not to smile.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
smiled in every shot. We straight up,
It's so hard.
we straight up had to like. Matt was like, "Dude, come over." I was like, "What's up? Just fucking come over." He said. Played it. He was like, "You find me a fucking shot where Chris is not smiling, so I can put it in the music video." So I did. I went through and I was like, where he didn't look at the camera and smile. So and that was
Dude, I just
very
feel
hard.
It is weird.
It is weird. Like I think
What am I doing?
being in front of a camera is just weird. Like if
Yeah.
you're not like, especially like I'm a super big like introvert as far as like wanting to make
I'm a
art and
tourist.
stuff. Like yeah, and like it's like
It's a lot harder than what I thought, to
It
be
is.
honestly, because
Oh,
like
yeah.
when we first started doing this, I was more uncomfortable than what I thought I would be. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I don't even really notice the cameras. I just feel like if I feel uncomfortable, I just look at the guys or just whatever it is, or just make sure I'm staying on topic at the least, and it doesn't even seem like you're being filmed.
Right. No, guys. I think this has been a really good episode. Is there any? You said you guys have some new music coming out that maybe you guys want to talk about quick.
Yeah, we have a new EP coming out. I want to say like some point in this summer. Mm-hmm. Hopefully soon.
Hopefully end of May, June.
Yeah, it's called
Before Excellency Fest.
Yes. I don't care.
that was a teaser.
No, yes, it will be out. I'm not waiting around anymore. I'm over it.
If it's not out, I'll set myself on fire.
Yes,
on
straight
stage.
up on stage.
Yeah. But no, it's called Nothing Is Special is going to be the name of it. I think
is that known by anybody? Is that the name known by anybody?
Yeah.
I know.
Sorry, yeah.
I was hoping for the first reveal on Rage.
Yeah, we already made hoodies with it on to help raise money for our...
Damn it.
Yeah, thanks for buying one. But,
should have let us know. Yeah. Do you have a place where we can put those on our description below in the video?
Not right now. We're merch dry right now, but hopefully we're going to get some swag here soon.
Are we going to pop it all up on the Bandcamp?
Yeah, we're going to start. We're going to hit it harder this time. I think we're going to make a website and stuff and really... Okay. Fresh EP, fresh new forest green. We're going to take things serious this year and...
Great.
Even though half the year's over. But
yeah, well...
Full send.
All the good part of the years.
Send it. But yeah, guys, this has been episode 11 of Rage Radio. I think this has been our funniest episode yet.
It's been, it has.
Literally, I haven't laughed this hard in an interview yet.
And no one's all uptight, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, we got the new weather table and everything, so I hope everyone really...
You guys we might call you back for a second interview for the
That's
increment
fine.
drive.
We won't bring soap, and I think it'll go a lot.
I'll wear sleeves next time. I didn't know what was going on.
For anyone that's not knowing the weather in here, it's nice and cool in here. We just sweatshirt and
that's why soap looks slippery.
It was hot in my house. I live in a trailer. It's always warm.
He has one box fan to keep it. No, that's not my place to say.
Without further ado, guys, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Listeners, thank you.